Good morning, guys. We're going to work on the timing chain cover today and get it installed. I bought the little sleeves that go in these holes to line up your timing chain cover. They center it. What I always used to do, I've never used them before, I'd put a timing chain cover, get it ready, and set it up here. Then I'd put my harmonic balance or my harmonic balancer in, and I would use it to center it. But that's kind of iffy. You really got to have a feel for it to get that seal centered. So I'm using these sleeves today on that. I was able to get that gear filed out. I was pretty pissed off that night. Paid $200 for this thing and it won't fit. And it's the right part number. Hello? But I made it fit. I think it's going to be all right. It's a nice set. I don't know. Maybe whoever machined that had a bad day or picked up the wrong bit to cut that out or whatever. It's supposed to be a top of the line timing chain gear set. I was really looking for a real good chain. My old set had a lot of slop in it. Didn't have that many miles on it either. So, it's hard to pick one, man, that won't stretch from here to Texas. I don't know what the deal is, why they can't make one that'll do that. They say those link chains were actually better for not stretching than these chains. But this is a true roller set. So some of them that say roller are not really rollers. This is a true roller set. And I'm going to put assembly lube all over these gears, top and bottom, and the chain. I'm just going to smack it in there, fill it up, do the inside and out. And I'll just turn the engine over a little bit at a time and get them off. And so that's what we're working on. And right here, the heads on these engines, see them intake ports are bigger than a standard Pontiac. And then we have the round ports on the exhaust, which a regular Pontiac is a D port. So I have to order these gaskets separate because nobody makes a dedicated 455 HO gasket set that I know of. Now, I bought these gaskets and I thought I bought the right ones. You got a choice of the ones that you buy, but these are too small. The intake is too small. You know what I mean? I thought I bought gaskets for Ram Air 4, which I thought was the same, but apparently it ain't. So what I'll do, I went to, who did I order them things from? Wasn't DCI, I don't think. No, 10 Indian. That's another good Pontiac source. If you guys are building Pontiacs, you gotta think about Butler, you gotta think about DCI, you gotta think about 10 Indian, and you gotta think about Spots Performance. All those guys are top notch. They all have their strengths if you're running a Pontiac. And honestly, my dream is DCI is building the Ram Air 5. They're casting the heads. They're building the intakes. My dream, if I ever hit the lottery, is to buy Ram Air 5 heads and intake for this engine. It would make it just off the hook, man, because that Ram Air 5 was never really released to the public. It was released to some NASCAR teams, I think. But DCI is, I guess they bought the rights to be able to produce that stuff. And they're making it, man. For the heads and intake and all that, you're probably looking at $5,000, maybe more, to turn this engine from a 455 HO into a close to, it won't be a Ram Air 5. I don't know what the Ram Air 5 blocks were like. I would figure they're different and stronger than this block. But it was a NASCAR engine, man. It's badass. And you talking about breathing. I was thinking about Pontiacs. You see these ports here. You can't make them but so big before they hit the pushrod hole. So, you're kind of locked in. These are bigger than a standard Pontiac, but they ain't nowhere near as big as a Ram Air 5. Ram Air 5 will walk the dog, baby. I'm trying to tell you, this engine's going to be strong. Trust me, it's going to have, I'm shooting for over 500 foot-pounds of torque is what I'm shooting for, which is not really that hard with a Pontiac because Pontiac, Buick, and Oldsmobile, all three of them are different engines, but they all are torque monsters, man. Oldsmobile, man, and Buick too. Buick made some bad shit back in the day. I'm telling you, man. So here is my timing chain cover, what we're going to be working on. I'm going to put this seal in, and I sent it and had it boiled out so it'd be clean. And then I got to put these bad boys in here, but I got to clean these holes out. I finally got the old ones out. The rubber in them was bad. So that's what we're going to work on today and get that done and just make some progress. I can go ahead and put this on, and it kind of needs to be on before you do your oil pan. If you use the multi-piece oil pan gasket, which they make a one piece, and this would have to be on anyway to put that one piece on too. But if you got this on, it makes it easier to do the oil pan gasket and not have any leaks. I didn't buy that one piece gasket because, you know, my money's tight and it's expensive, man. It's probably with shipping, you're looking at $100. And I've never had trouble with the regular Pontiac gasket, so that's what I'm going with. And I did go with the one-piece seal on the crankshaft, so we'll see how that turns out. I never had problems with rope seals either. So, but you know, you got to try new things as technology marches on, man, so it makes things better. Anyhow, we're going to do it.